Hey guys, Alex Nava here. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of my Sony A6400. Now I did just pick this camera up as my secondary camera. It's going to work as my backup camera, and I'm also going to be using it to shoot YouTube videos about me and my Sony A7 III and some photography and lighting tutorials. Now what's great about this camera is that it does have that flip up screen and it does record in 4K, and it comes at a great price point. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the unboxing. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now it does come in this black and orange Sony box. Now basically everything Sony comes in these black boxes. Sometimes they're all orange, but they definitely do good with their color scheme. So let's go ahead and open it up here. And the first thing you're greeted with is paperwork. So this is going to include your limited warranty and maybe some of the quick start guides, as well as some probably upsells of their lenses and some sorts of accessories. So I'm going to set that over to the side here. Now you do have two compartments here. One is housing the main body and the other is housing all the accessories. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the accessories first. So you do have a micro USB cable that they include for charging. You have your Sony power cube for the cable. Looks like this is the eyepiece that'll go onto the camera. That should just slide right on there. And you have an alpha camera strap for your camera. Let's see. And the last thing we have in there, is just the battery for the A6400. I don't think they changed this since the last generation. It's not upgraded. So that's unfortunate, but it does come with a battery. Alright, so right next to the accessory compartment is the camera with what I assume is the kit lens right on it. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Wow. So my first impressions of this camera, wow, that is light, and wow, that lens is very thin. Look at that. Now, some of the things that I do notice that have changed are the port for the cables, some of the inputs. Instead of the A7 III where you kind of pull it out and it hangs off by a rubber piece, this one is actually like a slide and opening mechanism that has a spring built in. I actually like that much better. That's much improved. Now, one of the things I did notice here is there is no headphone jack for monitoring. Now, it does come at a lower price point, so you can't expect to have all the features, but personally, I won't be using it too much. I don't really monitor audio if I'm taking videos of myself. I just kind of level the bars out, and I'm good with that. So, let's go ahead and get the battery into here. Now, while I do have this battery door open, I did notice that there is an SD card input right next to the battery. So unlike the A7 III and some of the other cameras that have it on the side, this one, it looks like you're gonna have to open up the battery hatch. Now, the only time this may be problematic is if you're using a really big plate, quick plate for some of your tripods. In my case, it shouldn't be a problem. It looks like I have plenty of clearance, but just know that it's right next to the battery and there's one card slot. We're gonna start the camera. And the first thing I notice here is, wow, the little tiny lens actually extends. So it looks like when the camera is off, it kind of goes into like this compact mode for travel. So it extends when you turn it on. That's pretty neat. Now, I won't be using too much of this kit lens, but I will show you guys what some of the footage off of it looks like. This is a 16 to 50, 3.5 to 5.6, and it is an optical steady shot, so it does have that lens stabilization. If you're using a lens on this camera, you may want to consider getting one with optical stabilization, and I say that because the A6400 comes with no in-body stabilization. You have to get the lenses or else your video might be a little shaky. Another thing that I notice is interesting is the placement of the record button for video. Now this one's kind of on the side built into the grip there. On my A7 III, it's right next to the eyepiece, so I hope I don't accidentally bump into that too much, but we'll see how that goes. Another feature this camera has is a built-in flash. Now, I won't be using this as I have an off-camera flash, but I could totally see, you know, consumers using this. So if I gave this to a family member just to take some candid photos around the house, they would probably be able to use this if it's a little too dark. Now, one of the things I noticed that is different about this camera than my A7 III is the viewfinder. Now, the viewfinder on this one is all the way to the left. On my A7 III, it's kind of under the hot shoe around that area, a little bit more towards the center. So to put on the eyepiece, all you're going to want to do is slide that right on, and it'll click right into place. One of the main features for this camera, and something that may be attractive to more vloggers or YouTube content creators, is the flip up screen. So to flip that up, all you need to do is pull out on the screen, you kind of pull out and then up, and this whole kind of contraption comes up here, and you can actually see that when you're doing selfie style video, you'll actually be able to see yourself. Now, this is great because some of the Sony cameras, when you plug in an external monitor and try to record in 4K, sometimes some of the features won't work. So this would be great for that vlog style or travel style of filmmaking. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some sample footage that I'm going to take just right here on my Sony A6400 in this selfie type mode. Now, I am going to be doing an in-depth review and going over more video with some gimbals and different types of shots, but I just want you to get a see of what this camera looks like with the kit lens right out of the box. So this is my selfie style video from my new Sony A6400. I did want to show you guys just a little preview of it, and I will be doing an in-depth review. You're also listening to me on the built-in mic, so it's just a nice time to do a quick test of that and give you guys an idea of what it's going to look like out of the bag with the kit lens as an example. I also did take some photos of Allie, my cat, just because she was laying there in this really cute position, and you guys can see a little bit of the sample photos with the kit lens on the A6400. So I hope you did enjoy my unboxing of my new Sony A6400. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you want to see any of the gear I have, please check it out in the description down below. I've left links to everything. Give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.